Hey guys, welcome to day 1 of bookmas. That's so fun. I'm so excited. Today we're going to be talking about my winter TBR. This is also kind of like a little bit of a December TBR, almost. These are like books that I definitely want to read between like December, January, and February. So the books I have with me, they're not really winter focused, but there's still a lot of books I want to read that I don't have yet, or that like I accidentally left at my house because people are working on my house right now and I don't want to be there filming while they are. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about all those books. It's just gonna be a fun time. We're just gonna talk about books. That's always my favorite thing to talk about. So I'm so excited, it's not even funny. We're just gonna go ahead and get started with all the books and talking about them because it's super fun. So the first one I have is actually, it really doesn't pertain to winter. I feel like it's more of a spring book, but I definitely need just some type of fun book during the winter that's like kind of spring summery, and that is going to be Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I just hit myself in the face. I've had this book for a hot minute and I still have not read it. I really think that this is going to be the perfect palate cleanser with how many fantasy books I'm going to be reading this December. I say December, winter in general. Also, like, it's just super cute. Like, I just want to read it. This is definitely on my radar. Like, it's so cute. I need to. This is about a girl named Annie. She owns a local flower shop in Rome, Tennessee. Is it Tennessee? Kentucky. Sorry. In Rome, Kentucky. And she meets this man who is his bodyguard. His name is Will. I never read When in Rome, but apparently these two characters are in that book. And this is like the second book to that series, but you can read it as a standalone. They kind of run into each other and she's like, I need like a fake boyfriend, like someone to show me how to like be in a relationship. And he somehow takes up that deal. I don't know how. I haven't read it yet, obviously, and that's basically what this is about. It's kind of like a fake dating relationship, I think. I don't know if it's fake dating or if it's just like secret because he's showing her, like taking her, I don't understand, but that is basically what this book is about. Anyway, it seems really fun. The next books that I have, which I actually need to finish because I'm almost halfway through with it, is Kyland by Mia Sheridan. This book is about two high school students. You have Tenley and Kyland. They both are going after the same exact scholarship because they both want to leave this awful town that they live in. They both, I think, live in poverty. She lives really in poverty and she just wants to get out of her house. She wants to get out of this town because she can't do anything while she's there. Like everybody hates her, everybody hates him, and it's just an awful place to be. And so they start having this friendship, this relationship, and I'm pretty sure they end up like falling in love, like all the things, you know. But what makes this really sad is that only one of them can win the scholarship. So the entire time you're like, I want you both out of here, but like what's gonna happen? Who's gonna leave? Who's gonna win it? I got 123 pages into this book. I just have not finished it yet, so I definitely need to finish it this winter. Again, this is another book that I think will be a good like in between fantasies, so, or like heavier books. I'm not gonna say fantasies because not all the books on my TBR are fantasies. There's a lot of them are thicker. So yeah, definitely need to finish this. I also need to decide if I like Mary Sheridan's writing. I also need to read Archer's Voice. Anyway, that's not this video. The next book that I have is a fantasy book, and that is The Stars Are Dying by Chloe Penaranda. I don't know how to say this name. I honestly don't really know what this book is about, if I'm being so honest. I just know that this is beautiful and I absolutely love the cover. Like, that is really all I know about this book. I know that it's a fantasy. I know that it has something to do with the stars and like there's these like shadow guy. I'm pretty sure he's like a shadow character kind of thing. Like he controls the shadows. Another shadow man. Okay. I love Azrael. I love the shadows between us. That book is so good. And so whenever I saw that this book was like, oh, he's a shadow man, like, yes. I'm pretty sure it's also enemies to lovers. They have celestial guardians. There's a bargain that's struck in between the two characters, Astria and Knight. His name is Knight, as in N-Y-T-E. I love that. That's so cute. But yeah, I am super excited to read this book. I definitely want to read this. I think in December this month, I want to try to get to it. Oh, she's the one who wrote Air Comes to Rise. I need to read that series as well. There will be a second one named Nightfall. The Night is Dying. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, and there's like a pronunciation guide in the back. Shut up. Anyway, oh, there's like, anyway, now I'm really excited to read it. Now I think I really want to pick this one up. All right, the next two books that I have are a part of the same series, and this is a series that I need to finish. I need to continue before the next book comes out, and that is the Magnolia Park series. I have The Long Way Home, Magnolia Parks, and Daisy Hates The Great Undoing. I hate that these books are 2 different sizes. I hate that this one's glossy and like y'all see this, right? Who decided to let this happen? Anyway, I definitely am excited to read both of these. If you haven't heard about what Magnolia Parks is about, where have you been? This was like the book series that like blew up over the summer and I believe a little bit of last winter. Magnolia Parks follows this girl, Magnolia, and she is a messy person whenever it comes to relationships, whenever it comes to people, all the things, and you get to follow her. And it's basically Gossip Girl set in London, but without like the Gossip Girl site. Like, it's just drama. And it's kind of fun because you see like these rich kids, like they live in London, they go to all these fancy places, they go to New York, all the things, and you get to just see them live their life. And so you have Magnolia Parks, who is very much that, and then you have Daisy Haight, which includes the mafia in hers. And I love Daisy Haight. I think Daisy Haight is my favorite one out of like the 2 characters. But what's really cool is that these people really aren't friends, like Magnolia and Daisy. They aren't friends, but they follow the same storyline. So like whenever you're reading this book, it's taking place at the same exact time that this one's happening. So it's super fun. I love the series. I've read the first 2 and I really need to continue the series. Also, unpopular opinion, I don't like the new covers. I don't get why publishing places do this. Like the indie version of books, they will always have a better cover than the traditionally published ones, and I don't get why. I just don't like it. I think it's like, who let you do that? Who's hurting you? Kind of thing. So these 2 are on my radar. And then we get to the main 3 books really that are on my radar for this winter. I only own one of them because it's so thick, and then also one of them isn't out yet. But that is the Crescent City series by Sarah J. Maas. Crescent City 3 comes out next month in January. I believe it's like January 2nd or 3rd that it literally comes out, and I haven't read it yet. I mean, I'm filming, okay, if I'm being so honest, guys, I'm filming this in November, so like after I read Iron Flame, I am picking up this book, but I have not even begun to think about Crescent City. I still have Crescent City 1, I have Crescent City 2, and then the 3rd one that comes out in January. Definitely by February, I will have all these books read, just because I love the Sarah J. Maas universe. I've heard so many different things about this book, about this series, that I just need to read it. And if I'm being honest, I don't know anything about specifically this world. I know that it's set like modern times. I know that there's a whole lot more characters and a whole lot more like things happening and that kind of stuff, but I really don't know the plot of this book. I just know that we follow this girl named Bryce, and we have Hunt, and it's like just craziness. My friend who's read it, I told her, I was like, the one thing that I'm terrified of is like getting into this 1,000-page book and it be like boring or slow, and she's like, the first 100 pages are hard, but after that it's picked up. And like the second book, she's like, there's no slow parts whatsoever. So I'm like, okay, that makes me feel a lot better, because this scares me because of like, do you see this? Do you see this next to my head? It's a lot of pages. Oh, but the font's pretty big. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. But yeah, I've had this since summer and I have not picked it up yet. And I told myself I was gonna read it before Crescent City 3 came out, so I need to do that. And then I do have some other books I am going to talk about because I don't have them with me. The first one is Starling House. I want to read this book so bad. I do have an Illumicrate version coming of it by the end of this month as I'm filming this, and oh my gosh, guys, I want to read this book so bad. It's about this woman. She goes to a house and like the house is like sentient. I don't exactly know the full plot. I just know that it's like, it's dark, it's spooky vibes, but it's also like, it's kind of fun and mysterious. I don't usually read like just general fiction kind of books. I don't usually read like those types of books just because like if there's no romance, I'm not interested. But like this is the first book in a while where I've read the back of it or I know a little bit about it that I'm like, actually I think I would really enjoy this book and I really want to read it. I know that this was like a book of the month pick for a while. I know a lot of people have been reading it and like I really want to read it right now, but I know that I'm gonna get a special edition of it by the end of the month, so I'm not buying it yet because I literally already bought it. It just hasn't come in yet. So yeah, that is one of the books I definitely want to read. And then the last book that I'm going to talk about today is The Night and Its Moon by CJ Piper. This book is just so... Whenever I read the back of it, it's about two orphans who live in this fantasy world, and one day they're like best friends. They kind of grew up together, and one day they get ripped apart from one another. Something happens going on with the world. One of them ends up going to like war or something. The other one just like is living, and one day they meet up again. They're like, oh my gosh, like how has it been? But like there's a whole lot of other things happening in their world that they're worried about, and so we get to see them like kind of fall in love with each other. We get to see so many things happen. I haven't read it yet, but I know that I want to. There's 3 books out. I believe that there's going to be more, or maybe it's just a trilogy, but either way, all the covers of the book are beautiful. They are stunning books, and I just need to read them. I'm just so interested in them. I think they're going to be so good. But that is The Night in Its Mood. These are all the books that I want to read this winter. I don't know if I'll get to them because there's definitely a lot more that are coming out that I definitely want to get to, but yeah, for the most part, these are the books I want to read. Yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss any other Bookmas videos, because guys, it's here. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so much fun. But yeah, I really hope that you guys are excited for the other 11 days and all the videos I have planned for you guys. And I will see you all in the next one. I'll see you actually tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you all.